A wonderful Thursday evening to you. I'm CBS 19 Weather Authority meteorologist David Reese on this, the 30th day. It's not the 29th anymore, it's the 30th day of January. We have an area of high pressure across the northeast that led to temperatures today below average, at least for high temperatures for the first time since last Wednesday. You could see that colder air just kind of hitting the mountains and just kind of spilling over the top of us. We had an upper level piece of energy go over the top of us earlier today. That's why we had a couple of flurries, even accumulating snow up in the mountains. Now, off to the west of us, we are looking at a little bit of moisture out here across parts of Oklahoma and Texas. An area of low pressure, though, is going to head our direction. It's going to develop pretty much here. It's going to be really weak and then develop out here and then head up the eastern seaboard. And that's depicted here on the 4-kilometer RPM. We're looking at the next 48 hours, zooming it on out here for you so you can see what's going to happen off to the south of us. You can get a general sense of what we're looking at here. You can see that moisture across Oklahoma and Texas heads for parts of Indiana and Ohio. Our storm system, though, gets going there across Apalachicola Bay, and then, hey, there we go, some precipitation. Now, that said, some precipitation arriving a little bit sooner than originally forecast. Notice the timestamp. The timestamp is up here. We're looking at, again, this is tomorrow afternoon, and as we head into tomorrow evening, hey, what's this? Yeah, a little bit of snow will be possible in the Blue Ridge Mountains, so that'll be something we watch for. We had accumulating snow up there today. It could have similar scenario play out again tomorrow, so areas at or above 15 to 200 feet could see some accumulating snow. Notice the timestamps here, though. Tomorrow evening into midnight, Friday night, Saturday morning, and then Saturday, hey, we're looking at not bad. Much of the day. Could see another couple of showers develop in the afternoon. Those will be rain, though, as temperatures are going to be back in the upper 40s, closer to 50. Now, looking at the expanded view here, 500 millibar forecast. We're looking at that area of low pressure developing and then heading up the eastern seaboard. We have another area of energy now a little bit farther to the north. We're looking at this piece of energy being a little bit closer to us, and that's probably the biggest change that we've had over the past 24 hours in the computer model world is some of that energy now a little bit farther to the north. We might squeak out a flurry or two Sunday morning, not overly concerned about that. But then after that, we have a big old ridge of high pressure developing over the top of Miami, of course, just in time for the Super Bowl, but that's going to keep the storms away, at least temporarily, but it's going to allow for some really warm conditions here. We can see some of that. You can see the colder air trying to arrive. Doesn't last all that long, but then bam, big old area of high pressure, cold air locked off to the north and west of us. It's kind of been this pattern for the past, say, several weeks now, where the cold air is just off to the northwest of us and tries to head our direction by the second weekend of February, but I'm not overly sold on that, at least just yet. Now, looking at the European temperatures, we're looking at temperatures, I have it in the tens demarcation here, but you can see that we're going to be back in the 40s again Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. We're just going to be on the warmer side. And then speaking of warmer side, as we roll into your Sunday afternoon here, look at all this warm air. Stretching all the way from South Dakota, Nebraska, stretching all the way towards the Atlantic Ocean. That's thanks in part to this. Well, this area of high pressure is going to be moving out here. Notice, follow along. Bam, there we go. That means we're going to have a strong southerly breeze, so by the time we head into the 3rd, yeah, it's going to be quite toasty around here. I mean, you have widespread 60s and 70s. Not going quite to the 70s, at least not yet, but the mid-60s certainly a good bet. And then as we head into your Tuesday here, at least on the European, has some high clouds coming in from the west here, and that's going to help keep some of us in central Virginia on the cooler side, but not terribly cool. Still well above average for this time of year. And then as we head into your Wednesday, 50s and 60s again, more 60s anticipated, even into Thursday. Now, late next week, and we're going to try to cool off, but remember I said that the storm pattern is just one that It does not allow for significantly colder air to arrive. I mean, even 40 is not terribly cold by Saturday and Sunday of next week. So next work week, the biggest takeaway, next work week, looking really warm as we talk about tomorrow night. Maybe a couple of mountain peaks seeing some accumulating snow again, half-inch, maybe up to an inch in some isolated location. So keep your fingers crossed for some of the ski resorts up there that they see accumulating snow, because if they do, awesome. If they don't, it's going to be tough sledding and tough skiing for them, especially some of those temperatures in the forecast for the beginning part of next week.